In this video, I'm gonna take a look at where you should live when moving to Summerville, South Carolina. I'm breaking down all the different options when it comes to communities with different lifestyle options. Make sure you stay till the end where I reveal my favorite neighborhood out of them all. Hey everyone, welcome back to this channel, Living in Summerville, South Carolina. My name is Ryan McHugh. My channel is dedicated to everything about living in or moving to Summerville and Charleston, South Carolina. If you want to know more about eating, working, living, shopping, and socializing in Summerville, well, highly recommend subscribing to my channel and clicking that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you get notified. I love helping people relocate to Summerville and learn everything it has to offer. I'm getting so many calls, emails, texts every single day, and I absolutely love it. Keep calling. Feel free to reach out as well. Ironically, some of you actually don't believe it's me who picks up the phone or texts you back, but word on the street is it really is me. I'm not gonna lie, go ahead, pick up the phone and give me a call today, 843-226-5535. Days, nights, weekends, doesn't matter. I got your back when it comes to moving to Summerville or Charleston for that matter. All right, so when it comes to moving to Summerville, you have so many great options. And when it comes to neighborhoods, Summers Corner to Cane Bay Plantation, to Quail Arbor, back to Karns Crossroads, back to Iron Gate. I mean, so many great mature neighborhoods and new construction neighborhoods. That's the beauty of Summerville. You really can get whatever you want. If you want a large tree-lined roadways where there's mature neighborhoods, those might be more for you, like Iron Gate, Quail Arbor, Pine Forest, Legend Oaks, beautiful neighborhoods, very mature tree lines as well. Maybe you like new, and new. Well, you would be like my wife. Then Nexon, Cane Bay, Karns Crossroads, and Summers Corner and the ponds might be right up your alley. Let's break each one of them down, shall we? So start with Summers Corner. So we're gonna start on the far end. Summers Corner is the big pros and cons there are. Pros are it's a new neighborhood, great pricing homes, and beautiful floor plans. Lennar obviously is one of the bigger builders here in the area, similar to like a D.R. Horton, but the big thing with their neighborhoods is that they kind of build them up, put an amenity center in, but continue to build them up. Right now, Summers Corner, I would say the big pros is that, well, it's gonna be a golf cart friendly community. It's gonna be beautiful. They're gonna have this new amenity center that's gonna just be the biggest in the state, and you're gonna have tons and tons of amenities. The neighborhoods, the way they lay them out, they're really kind of cool looking. Some have more of like your row style housing, some have more of your traditional houses where you've got the garage attached. Some people like a detached garage. Really, whatever you want, Summers Corner is gonna have something for every person. Now, this is where we talk about the cons. So, some big things right off the bat. Summers Corner does not have any retail or commercial space as of today. They used to have this really cool barista, like coffee shop in there. Cut that, that's no longer. They also have had a sign up for 4 years now that has said Publix groceries coming soon. For 4 years, they've had this grocery store coming and it's not there yet. And they got a lot of people living there that have to drive a good 10 to 15 minutes into Summerville to get their groceries. It would be nice if they would just open or break ground on the grocery store, as they have broken ground on their amenity center. But again, if you've been living there for the last few years, you really have only had one amenity center to share amongst the entire neighborhood. And I'm gonna be honest, that pool's not very big. And it certainly isn't gonna hold, 6,000 to 8,000 houses, not for very long. And then the other con is you do have a district improvement tax. Not only is Summers Corner Dorchester County taxes, so it's already in a higher tax bracket, but tack on the fact that you are also going to have to pay a district improvement tax, which is also on top of your regular taxes. And then once the new amenity center opens, they're actually going to have it set up like it's a membership. So similar to like the Y, where it's like $500 a year or $600 a year, their new amenity center will also, on top of your already HOAs and the district improvement tax, be adding that on. So yes, Summers Corner has some great priced houses right now. I think it's a beautiful neighborhood. I think the floor plans are really nice, but I also think that there might be some cons there down the road if you're not preparing for those additional costs. So just something to consider. But Summers Corner is great because the pros are you're over in Dorchester District 2 schools, which are, as everybody says, a very desirable part of Summerville to be in. So, you know, weigh your options, whatever's gonna be the best for you. The ponds, the pros and cons of the ponds. So the ponds is kind of a really cool community in that it's got a bunch of big oak trees that line the roadways, and it's very southern plantation style living. And I honestly think some of the floor plans they have over in this neighborhood are amazing. They're big, they're large. Even the older houses that were built very early in the neighborhood are fantastic. But once you get kind of into the back of the neighborhood where they're putting all the new construction, you're about 8 minutes into the neighborhood. And unfortunately, the ponds currently, as it sits right now, is one way in, one way out. So if you think about how many people are living in that neighborhood and they all have to exit and enter through the same entrance and exit, it can get a bit congested, especially if you're leaving at certain times in the morning to go to work. And you have to pull out on a 17 there. 17 is a very busy road, and in the morning, you're gonna have certain traffic patterns that are going to eliminate you from being able to turn left onto 17 if that's where you have to go. If you have to turn right and go down to 61, you should be fine. But again, turning left off of that road is gonna be a little bit more difficult. But still a beautiful neighborhood with some really great incentives on houses. You got D.R. Horton in there, you have Crestwind Charleston, which is the 55 and better community in there. So lots of really great options in there. The other neighborhood to consider is Karns Crossroads. Now, Karns Crossroads is in the Berkeley side of things. It's on what I would call the northeast side of the 26. It's on 17, it's on North Main Street, but Karns Crossroad is only about 3 minutes from the 26. So if you're looking for something really, really close, and is Berkeley County taxes, win-win there. Karns Crossroad is really going to give you kind of the similar feel that maybe Summers Corner has, or you know, more of a southern style home look to the neighborhood. It really is cool. Karns Crossroad is gonna be building another amenity center as well. So lots to happen there besides their already amazing amenity center and big green barn that they have there, which on certain weekends in the summer, they do farmers markets or events. You can have your wedding there. So if you move there, heck, you can have your wedding in there. You can have parties, events, birthday parties, you name it. So really cool neighborhood. I would highly recommend checking out Karns Crossroad, and the prices right now are in between like the 4s and the 600s. So that's Karns Crossroads. The next neighborhood, Hewing or Mackie Farms. Now they're located actually right next to Karns Crossroads. So this is why I'm kind of picking this neighborhood up right after Karns, but this particular neighborhood is a Mungo builder neighborhood. So all Mungo homes. Some are hardy plank and some are vinyl. But here's the thing to know about these two neighborhoods is they're located right there off of North Main. So again, location is great. Some of the feedback though I get is that they are smaller neighborhoods. So the amenities aren't there now. They're not gonna have as many amenities as you would like Cane Bay, Karns Crossroads, and so forth, but they're still going to have it. So they're still gonna have a pool coming in, but again, it's not there now. So for a lot of folks, if you're looking to move into something and you're looking to have those amenities already there, you're just gonna have to wait a little bit if you move into Hewing or Mackie Farms. The next neighborhood, and this one's pretty exciting, is Nexon. So Nexon is huge. It's gonna be like a small city once it's all said and done. Nexon is gonna be comprised of downtown Nexon, the hub, Nexon Square, Midtown, Brighton Park Village, all the way up North Creek Village area, and that area as well is growing. You're seeing a lot happening with Nexon right now. You have, you know, communities in there like the Del Webb, which is also a 55 and better community, which, and again, in my opinion, if you're trying to stay close to the highway, Nexon is just a really great community for that. I will say one of the big cons to living in Nexon is it does have a district improvement tax. So again, Berkeley County taxes, lower taxes, but it does have that district improvement fee. So if you're someone who is, again, planning for yearly set budgets, you need to factor that in long term. The nice part about Nexon is the amenities. Between Brighton Park Village having their dog park and swim pool and lap pool, now you've got the club at Midtown, which is amazing. I mean, it is incredible. You have to see it. They've got their own gym, their own lagoon style pool, their own fire pits out there. It really is luxurious living. It's luxurious amenity center living. It's pretty amazing. I'll say one other thing about Nexon is that some people will complain that Nexon Parkway does get congested. And that is because there's a lot of people who take that road, people from Cane Bay all the way down up into Summerville. So there is a lot of people who are on Nexon Parkway pretty much at all hours of the day, everything from construction vehicles to people who live there. You're just gonna have to deal with that for a few years. You'll notice though, a lot of people use their golf cart to get around Nexon. So it's kind of a cool factor for Nexon being a golf cart friendly community. Go to the grocery store. And that's kind of the same way with Cane Bay. Cane Bay is a master plan community. It's about 16 years in, and it's a little bit more mature, so a lot of people really like it because it's got a lot of trees, but you can also find new construction in there, as well as some beautiful pre-owned homes in certain neighborhoods. So I really think that Cane Bay, Nexon, Karns Crossroads are kind of like the mega Berkeley 3, where you're gonna have 3 great neighborhoods all right there in Berkeley County, lower taxes, and Cane Bay does not have a district improvement fee. So there is no additional fees there. Now, if you live in the lakes of Cane Bay, you're gonna pay an additional HOA for lake access. Some people love having that. So if you're a water person, you like being on a paddleboard, kayak, canoe, you've got a massive 350-acre man-made lake system in the back of Cane Bay that is fully usable if you live on the lakes of Cane Bay. Other great part about Cane Bay is that it's still building. So there's new construction in there. They're adding another 55 and better community in there. And one of the things that I really personally like is that they're gonna start building houses around the major 350-acre man-made lake. And from what I also have been told, additional entrances and exits to the neighborhood, which is going to alleviate a lot of the cons that you're hearing about right now. You're hearing about cons of people with traffic, trying to get to work, trying to leave, accidents, neighborhoods, you know, cars are going down this road because there's a new entrance on this way. Listen, it is kind of frustrating with all the migration, but they're working on it. They're adding additional roads, they're adding more entrances and exits. But like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. It does take time. So it's something you have to understand moving into these communities is yes, they're gonna get busy, but there's gonna be more entrances and exits down the road. All right, if you're like me, your dreams of living in a 55 community are probably coming true. No, just kidding, I'm nowhere near that, but I'll tell you what, I would live in some of these communities. I mean, from the people to the amenities, can I fudge my, you know, I want to fake my driver's license. Oh man, it's like trying to be 21 when you're, you know, 16 and now you want to be, you know, in the 55 better communities when you're 40. So who knows? All right, we've got Del Webb Nexon, we've got Del Webb Cane Bay, we have the Four Seasons at the lakes of Cane Bay, you have Crestwind Charleston, Horizons at Summers Corner, and DRB, the new 55 Summerwind crossing, all coming soon. And listen, I can help you with 55 and better. And actually, you probably should have somebody on your side. It's very important. Older neighborhoods I want you to consider. And the reason I say older, these are actually more mature. So these are where you're gonna find your older homes that have maybe been refurbished or rehabbed. They're in neighborhoods like Quail Arbor, Iron Gate, Pine Forest Country Club, Legend Oaks Plantation are just more mature tree lines, you know, older brick houses, maybe larger lots. You know, instead of having that 0.18 acre, you've got quarter or a third of an acre. If you have questions about any of these neighborhoods or areas, go ahead and comment below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Please feel free to be sure to reach out to me and hit that like button. So once again, the only way I can help you buy a home here that fits your lifestyle in Charleston or Summerville, well, you gotta reach out. Give me a call, 843-226-5535. Be sure to hit subscribe and tap that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you get notified. Once again, I'm Ryan McHugh, your neighborhood expert. Want to see available properties now? Go to www.buyfromry.com and I'll be sure to see you next time.